Silence, please. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Announcement that we're in compliance with the Senator Byron and Bear Open Public Meetings Act. Items for action by Township Committee. Approval of the minutes.
We have closed session minutes from October 5, October 12, November 2nd, November 14th, December 7th, and December 28th of 11. The agenda conference meeting minutes from January 18th of this year, then the conference meeting February 1 of this year, and special public meeting February 13th, again of this year. Mr. Mayor.
I'm moving.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance first reading, no public comment. 2012-03, Gene.
An ordinance amending the code of the town of Pennsauken, chapter 63, entitled Police Department. This is just a
These are the rules and regulations that we're being part of, that we had given out before, okay?
Yep.
Part of the accreditation process.
Part of the accreditation, yes.
Anybody motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Figueroa.
Yes.
Mr. Keeling.
Yes.
Ms. McBride.
Yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
And Mayor Canal.
Yes. Resolution, public may comment. The following resolutions will be considered and adopted individually. 2012-102.
Resolution authorizing transfers of appropriation reserves in the 2011 budget.
Question.
Yes.
Lonnie Monaco, 4118 Homestead. How much were those reserves and why were they transferred? What happened that you didn't spend it, if I'm understanding that correctly?
No, Mr. Mayor, it's $70,575 that we transferred to pick up miscellaneous things over the course of 2011, and the $70,000 came from part of the 25% or the $25 the town gets for the side work the police do. That's where the money came from, to pay for that.
Okay.
When you see a PSNGW doing work down,
Oh, right.
and you have a cop car behind it,
Right.
that cop car and the police officer are typically off duty, okay, we get paid from the utility, okay, or whoever the contractor is there, 25, that is our portion, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
police officer gets 60, and the township gets 25.
So we accumulate those funds and then be able to divest them over budgetary items that were, you know, a couple dollars short here to balance the budget at the end of the year.
Most of it goes for car repairs and gasoline.
Yeah.
A question.
Yes.
Joanne Young, 6582 Park Avenue. Just to clarify, you said about 70,000?
No, I said it was exactly $70,575.
Okay, and that is the township portion.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Seeing no other comments? Need a motion?
Motion. Second.
Roll call, Gene?
Mr. Figueroa.
Yes.
Mr. Keeling.
Yep.
Ms. McBride.
Yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
Mayor Canal.
Yes. Resolution, public may comment. The following resolutions will be considered and adopted by consent agenda. 2012-103, Gene?
We can take 103 to 105, inclusive, Mr. Mayor. 103 is a resolution authorizing the issuance of raffle licenses. This is for St. Stephen's PTA. 104 is authorizing a grant agreement between Pennsauken Township and the state of New Jersey for the Department of Environmental Protection. And 105 is a release of performance guarantee letter in the amount of $59,082.00 to Penn Holdings LLC at 3400 Haddonfield Road.
So the
Question.
Yes.
On 104, can somebody explain that?
It is a grant that we received from the state of New Jersey DEP, in the amount of $3,000 to develop a forestry plan for the town, and where we could then apply to the state to get up to 50,000 of trees and shrubs that we can plant throughout the town. So they're giving us $3,000 to develop the plan, and then we after the grant money.
Okay, is there any schedule for that plan to be done? Does that have to be
Not right
awarded
now,
to somebody
no.
outside, is it done in-house?
No, it's gonna be done in-house.
Done in-house.
Done in-house?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Oh, that was Lonnie Monaco, 4118 Homestead Highway, thank you.
Donna Zuber, 7665 Butterwell Avenue. Agenda item 105, 3400 Haddonfield Road.
That's the general,
Dollar
there,
General.
Dollar General.
Um,
Construction is complete, they released the,
Yeah, I have a question regarding that. I thought that the front of the store that's on the point was supposed to be kept green, and I see it's asphalt. We're gonna release that. Where the old parking lot used to be for the customers was supposed to be green space, and it's asphalt. Has anyone checked into that?
The
Because I
release,
know it's been brought to the township's attention downstairs.
any release, if they're releasing the bonds, that everything they were supposed to do contractually was supposed to have been taken care of.
the release is recommended by, the engineering firm, after their inspections to the plans, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
It says it right here.
Yeah. Any other questions? Seeing no other questions, we have a motion, we need a second.
Second.
Roll call, Gene?
Mr. Figueroa?
Yes.
Mr. Killian?
Yes.
Ms. McBride?
Yes?
Mr. Taylor?
To recuse myself on 103, and yes to 104 and 105.
That was 103, Mr. Taylor?
Pardon me?
103, you said?
Yes.
And Mayor Canal.
Yes. Conference items of discussion. No Terry, we got Larry.
Yeah. First one is just more housekeeping. SER die cutting is moving from one location in the Crescent Business Park, which is right across from the Pennsauken Diner, to another location, just for more space, more better attractive spot for them. But just want to bring it to your attention. You okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. The second one is Masso's, which is the catering company in Glassboro. They're looking at, they would like to sell some retail new and used items, like you see on your list, grandfather clocks, new, used tuxedos, some furniture, clothing, housewares. We talked to them about, thrift store, because basically, to me, it's like a thrift store, although there will be some new. Talked to them about the place on 73, the red, white, and blue. I asked them if they were familiar with that, because they keep a real neat store. I said, if you do get approved, there's got to be something very neat, no outdoor merchandise, things like that. And we were, just trying to be as thorough as possible with him to make sure he knew what he was getting into. He said they have a lot of inventory that they would like to be able to sell. So that's it. It's the Alden Building on Route 130 if you're heading north. It's about 9,600 square feet.
Well, what's their next step?
They would then have to go to get the permits. I believe, make sure I have the signature. Talk to John Adams to make sure it would be. I didn't get a signature from John. Planning and zoning would have to sign off on it first, and then they would go to the building department. And again, we can do things like we've done in the past with the resolution, making sure that it's limited to certain things, no outside merchandise, things like that.
Are they gonna do anything as far as improvements to the area, or?
Yeah, he said, basically he said what they'll do is he does the same type, his landscaping crew at their location at the catering hall. He said he already has them on notice that as soon as approval starts, they said they're gonna start upgrading the appearance. They will keep that going.
I'm not familiar with the Alden building. I'm trying to place it. What's it next to? I mean, I know the Alden name, but I
It's
don't-
just up from.
Where the transmission place used to be.
Right.
You remember where before you get to Federal Street, there used to be a transmission place right there. Alden is the next building down, and for years they sold office furniture, hand trucks, and things like that.
It's a
And
couple
been
blocks
empty.
up from Popeyes, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it,
Yeah.
yeah.
The concern that I have is that a lot of times stores like thrift stores are coming in and they are, going against maybe a resolution and having outdoor merchandise and, including places on Westfield Avenue. So it's great to have it at the beginning, but I would like it strictly enforced if we're going to have another thrift store or
Yeah,
third.
if I may add, one of the things that I find, and I've stopped and talked to people, one of the things, the only way to do that is, because they know when we're open and when we're closed. A lot of times things like that take place on weekends and also we are all the township employees and people who are concerned with our town have to be aware of it in order to be our eyes and ears, because we don't have inspectors on over the weekends.
Very simply with your cell phone, most of them take pictures.
Yeah.
So on the weekend, if they abuse, stop your car, take a picture,
Yeah.
and take it down to code enforcement, and it'll be taken care of.
Well, it'd be nice to have the Alden building not empty.
Yeah, sure. But I've stopped in and told people, I'll be back in 15 minutes, I want that gone on the weekend. But anyway, you guys okay with that? or-
Yeah, for the time being, yeah.
Okay. The next one is the Cash for Gold, which is up there on Westwood Avenue. That's all his business model is for now. The gentleman, they're in the real estate.
Is that the same one on Maple Avenue that just is trying to move up next to Canast Liquor, or?
No, this is on Westwood next, no, it's not the same people.
Okay.
This is a new entry into the area, into the field. He's in the area as far as real estate. He's been doing real estate investment in his dad. He has a real estate company right next to the Penn Custard on Cove.
Okay.
That's his
Yeah,
dad.
yeah.
That's his dad. And so anyway, he wants to go right next to where the florist is on just up to, from the beet cellar on Westwood Avenue. But he would have to, again, if he goes through, there's the background check and all the other stuff they have to go through the clerk's office, if that would be.
Larry, how many do they have of them right now approximately in this area? There's a lot.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I
I
was
know.
gonna say, is
Yeah.
there any cap on
With-
Cash for Gold?
yeah, I'll be honest, when we first hear from them, because we never solicit them, but when we do talk to them, our first thing is, we point out how many there are, and this guy came back a few times over a month, because we were telling him, well, you just have one that was approved that isn't even open yet, that's not too far down, and he came back, he said, yeah, we still want to do it. He has a partner that, is in that business, but we try to discourage them as much as
Yeah, I
possible.
mean, there's like the
Yeah,
CVS, they
there's-
have one now.
Yeah, there's one right there where there used to be the Liberty
Avenue.
Tax, and, even on Westwood Avenue. This will be the third one on Westwood Avenue this is approved, because we had one that was approved before.
The total in the town is how many?
Let's see, at least 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Long business.
If it doesn't.
Look, it's no different than anything else, you got a fad going here, it'll boom for a while, and then, the one with the deepest pockets will be around, and the rest, will be renting the space back.
We'll go for nails.
Excuse me. Anyway, is there a ruling in that, or?
Yeah, hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with it, it's the staying power.
Yeah. The next one is First American Solar. It's over the Minuteman Building, which is across the street from RMP, the transmission place, and also on the other side of Hattonville Road from that Bob's, the barbecue guy, the smoker. So, an office and warehouse, they send out installers to install, and I don't recall if it's commercial or residential, but solar, they have the solar panels in the racks and all that. I made the assumption it was commercial, but it's office and warehouse, which is an approved use, so.
How big is the space?